I am going to watch them. This one is the dumbest lottery winners of all time. Donald Trump built like a penguin. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. A lot of middle-aged men or old men are built like penguins, so you know what I mean? Can I react to your brother's puppet
From
channel?
accidentally throwing a
Maybe
$3
another
million
day. Right now, I'm just doing
ticket
some
in the
YouTube
bin
vids.
to spending an entire $16 million prize in.
The reason I want to watch this because I have an unhealthy obsession with the lottery. I used to play like every single day, thinking I was actually gonna win. But there are some dumb motherfuckers out there. I knew the exact plan to do if I won the lottery.
Under 90 days. These are the absolute dumbest lottery winners of
Like
all
you have to
time.
have some sort of a plan. You can't just go into it and lose all your money. Like even if you win like 500K, people think they're so rich. Like you're gonna lose that quick.
Beginning with Jose Antonio Quartok, who almost lost his entire lottery fortune after getting someone else to claim the money for him. You see, when Jose won the $750,000 jackpot...
See, I can see these people going bankrupt that win like under $1 million, but if anyone were to win like one of the big Powerball or Mega Millions for hundreds of millions and they went bankrupt, that you're really
He was
stupid.
living in the US illegally, so Jose asked his boss to claim the prize on his behalf.
Oh, no
He
way.
couldn't claim the money without potentially facing legal trouble and deportation.
Oh, this guy's gonna get fucked by his boss.
Until Jose's boss began to falsely state that he was the one who had actually purchased the
Yep.
ticket.
Why would you let someone else cash it in?
Risky, given Jose wasn't supposed to be in the country at all. However, given he had
GL Becca.
footage of him purchasing the ticket, Jose did so and was able to prove that he was the rightful owner to the $750,000 prize. Only $250,000 this went to taxes.
Yep.
Another $250,000 was spent on court
Oh,
fees.
yikes.
Throughout the legal
That's a
process,
large
Jose was
court
jailed
fee.
for drunk driving and was
I
deported
mean,
back to Guatemala.
you got to think they pump up the court fees probably because they're lottery winners, right? Like the lawyers are like, yeah, they just won the lottery. We can fuck them a little bit. Speaking of, there was a guy who claimed he was like the lottery lawyer, and he was a lawyer for a bunch of lottery winners, like Mega Millions winners and shit. And he got caught like last year or 2 years ago for doing a bunch of fraud.
As soon as he won the
It was
court
funny.
case. However, at least Jose Antonio Quartok got to keep some of his winnings, as Denise Rossi wasn't so fortunate. When Denise won a jackpot of 1.3 million back in 1996.
Okay, so like he didn't really lose that much. I mean, out of 750K, he got 250K. Like that's pretty reasonable. That's fine.
Thomas Rossi for over 25 years.
I was gambling
Their
this weekend. I was at the
relationship
casino
apparently
this
lacking in
weekend.
Transparency, as Denise didn't tell her husband about the win and instead filed for divorce only 11 days after buying the
Could you imagine?
I was afraid to tell Thomas because I knew he would try to take the money away from me.
Could you imagine your wife wins the lottery and just files for divorce? Like that's her
They
move.
told me to file before I got my first check, which I did. Denise was initially successful.
I can see if you have a rocky marriage, but if it like, I don't blame her, but
Thomas had no idea that
I don't know what's
Denise
going on in their
had won the
personal
lottery.
life.
However, in May 1999, a letter was sent to Thomas.
Did I win? A little bit.
Asking if Denise was interested in a lump sum buyout of her lottery winnings. This was the first Thomas knew about the lottery prize. He confirmed that Denise was a winner with the California lottery, and given they were still married at the time of the win, Thomas launched a lawsuit stating that he was entitled to half of the prize money.
I mean, facts. Get your bag, dude.
The lottery winnings constituted fraud, oppression, and malice, and as a result, the trial court awarded Thomas 100% of the lottery winnings, which left.
I mean, she deserves that. She deserves to give all of it up.
To pay for her own legal fees. However, Denise's loss of 1.3 million was still nothing in comparison to Evelyn Adams. Dubbed the luckiest woman in America, Evelyn Adams.
Your dad's work friend won 23 million, which is 1.4 mil, and they started giving money away because they thought they had infinite money and also bought cars. So in 4 days, they spent 1.4 mil and went bankrupt. Jesus. No way. That's crazy.
The first person in human history.
Why does it say you cheered 400 when you only did 50?
3.9 million in October 1985, before winning another 1.4 million only 4 months later. With the probability of this win being approximately 1 in 17.3 trillion, Evelyn seemed to realize that she had no lottery luck left by stating that she was going to quit playing and instead began to buy various businesses, including the convenience store where the lucky tickets had been purchased. While you could argue that this was
That's kind of like from the bottom. Win a lottery ticket, buy the gas station you bought it at. W.
She instead took the rest of her winnings to the Atlantic City casinos, where she lost her entire remaining.
This is probably what I would do if I won a bunch of millions in the lottery. I would go straight to the casino.
fortune to the slot machines. Without any money left, her businesses failed one after the other, and by 2012, Evelyn was living in a trailer park while stating to the media, winning the lottery isn't always what it's cracked up to be.
That's because you're just dumb. I don't understand who people like. I understand gambling's an addiction, and you can like lose your ass in gambling and shit. But I've never like, how do you go beyond like the money that you have? I don't get how people just. I don't know.
Over 1.8 million pounds at the age of
How do you lose millions of dollars?
Was also ruined. Initially, Kelly stated, "I will not go wild and spend loads. I'm going to take some advice and see an accountant. Hopefully, I will make us all comfortable. I want to help my family, but I won't change.
2 for 20. W, easy money.
I just want a normal car as well." However, as soon as she received the money, Kelly instead spent £11,500 on 2 boob jobs, £800,000.
She goes, "Oh, I don't want anything extravagant. Let me just get a boob job and $300,000 worth of clothes."
Tattoos, as well as £85,000 on top of the range sports cars. Kelly spent a further
$250,000. I feel like 85K on sports cars, that's like 2 like above average cars. Like 85K on one car is like, yeah, that's a pretty nice car, but like
pounds on holidays to
I feel like that's not
including Mexico and Euro Disney.
Like for winning the lottery, that's reasonable.
Boyfriends, £190,000 in unreturned loans to friends and family members, and £50,500 on solicitors' fees, all of which being purchased while she was still in high school. Kelly did make a few smart purchases, such as an £180,000 bungalow and a £96,000 home for her mum. However, by the end of the year, Kelly was back to square one, being on welfare with only £2,000 left in her account.
I mean, you got a couple houses at least. You can just chill.
Someone so young. Even if you say your life won't change, it does, and often not for the better.
Yeah, I just wish I was a bit older at the time of winning it.
Yeah, older, or just like maybe ask someone to help you out instead of just going on your own.
Which is probably why she's now an advocate for raising the UK's legal gambling age from 16 to 18. Kelly Rogers.
Wait, you can gamble at 16 in the UK, chat? I didn't know that.
Poorly. However, at least she had the chance to spend it, as 25-year-old Amanda Clayton from Detroit was no longer alive by the
Do they have casinos in the UK? Like, what the fuck? I don't know this.
It seemed as though her life had been changed overnight. However, her win quickly became controversial after the media learned that she was still collecting food stamps and benefit payments despite having...
Okay, why you gotta follow her around? We get that she lost millions of dollars.
Second lotto winner in the state to keep taking food stamps after hitting it big. And Amanda Clayton, who won $1 million and took home a $700,000 lump sum. The 24-year-old says even though she now owns 2 homes, she figured she was still allowed to use a bridge card.
After being confronted,
yeah, trying to find someone to trust with that much money, definitely a problem.
I thought that they would cut me off, but since they didn't, I thought maybe it was okay because I'm not working.
I mean, if they didn't cut her off.
Charged with 2 felony counts of welfare fraud and was ordered to pay back the $5,500 worth of food stamps.
That's whatever.
While Amanda quickly paid the $5,000.
Yo, I'm telling you, if I'm on food stamps or like unemployment and I won the lottery and Pennsylvania state government or whatever doesn't take that shit away from me, I'm not telling them.
Back, she never got the chance to spend the rest of the money.
Ontario can gamble at 18, 19 says ATC.
He says she was tormented by the fame and the problems that came with winning the lottery.
Yeah, the fact they followed her around and were like filming her buy shit with food stamps, that's pretty fucked.
And set up college funds for her children. He says she only had $67,000 of her winnings left.
The end to Amanda Clayton's story was somewhat unexpected. However, a 2-second glance at Ryan McGee is more than enough to predict that this lottery...
Of course it's the Euro Millions. You Europeans definitely blow it all.
£6.4 million back in 2008 at the age of 27.
Same age as drinking? Is it different per country in EU?
He purchased a luxury mansion in his home country of Ireland, which featured 5 bedrooms, an indoor swimming pool, a full champagne bar, and a 2-car garage where he kept his brand new Ferrari 458 Italia. However, as you might expect, this is where things began to go terribly. Only 3 years after buying the Ferrari, Ryan slipped off the road, crashing the car into a field, mainly because he was driving in the
If you won the lottery, you're going off the grid. I don't know if I would go off the grid. I feel like I would probably flex on Instagram for like a couple years really hard. And on Snapchat, you know?
Handling in icy conditions. months. Ryan's property development business then dissolved, which was accompanied by a divorce from his wife and the sale of his luxury home. Then, 2 years later, Ryan McGee was pulled over driving an uninsured Ford Focus without a license. However, the most interesting part is that he had to claim legal aid, which is a service for those who are unable to afford a lawyer. Now, Ryan McGee was a complete
But how he go
idiot.
broke? We didn't
However,
explain
he
that.
still looks like Albert Einstein when compared to Martin Todd.
You had
When
good
Martin
times in
and his wife
Quebec?
Mary
I should
offered
go.
£3 million back in 2001. They didn't go in to claim the prize because...
See, like I'm saying, bro, these people, like, the people that go bankrupt, like, the highest was like 6 mil. After taxes, you're getting like 3. That's still a lot of money. But, like, no one winning hundreds of millions is going bankrupt. That's kind of what I want to see.
They were winners.
I want to see
Most
someone
of the
have a
ticket in
really,
passing completely forgot
really
about
huge
it,
downfall.
would only come to realize that they were the winners after hearing about the unclaimed prize over 6 months later. The main problem was that at some point, the ticket had been misplaced or thrown out completely. Despite frantically searching, the pair couldn't find their ticket, but were sure they had won because the jackpot numbers matched the ones they used every week. Computer records in their local Londis proved Kay really had purchased the ticket, and the thrilled pair rushed to tell
Wait, are they going to be able to give it to him?
Camelot to claim their prize. But they fell victim to a little-known rule, stating lost tickets must be reported within 30 days.
Ooh.
After 45 days of deliberation, Camelot told the devastated couple that they would not...
That fucking sucks. Imagine having the winning ticket, but you lost it.
Eventually came to an end. We'd only known each other for 2 years, and the lottery ordeal quickly highlighted our differences.
And then they got divorced because of it. Oh my god, bro, that sucks.
Split and Kay moved out. Martin seems to have convinced himself that losing the ticket ended up...
I don't know how. I guess that can cause a divorce. I don't know. I'd be pretty pissed off.
...and what I believed in. But I can honestly say I'm glad I didn't get the $3 million now. There is no guarantee it would have brought me happiness, and if there's anyone else who would have agreed with this statement, it definitely would have been the most miserable lottery winner.
Yeah, you can either take a small payment or
When William won a $16.2
the annuity
million
payments or
jackpot
whatever.
back in 1988, he
Or
had
lump
just
sum.
$2.46 in his bank account and was able to purchase the lucky ticket by selling a ring for $40 to a local pawn shop. This, in conjunction with the time he'd spent in jail for cashing invalid checks, highlighted William Post's awful money management.
Yeah, that works,
skills
Sam.
And acted as foreshadowing for how poorly his lottery win was eventually going to be spent.
If you win the lottery, you're gonna buy a house and become a hermit. I have an entire plan. I'll tell you guys it someday, but I can't right now. I can't right now. It's top secret.
As well as a private jet. However, even after all of the money had been spent, Post took on a further $500,000 loan to purchase a mansion in Oil City, Pennsylvania.
Wait, he won $16.2 million, but took out a $500,000 loan? That just doesn't seem smart to me. I guess maybe I'm not rich, so like
Purchased the original ticket himself, and had rather given
I don't
it
know
to his
shit,
girlfriend
but
who had bought the winning ticket for
you're
him.
working on your
Because of
Denji
this, she was able to
MDFW.
successfully sue him for 1/3 of the winnings, meaning that Post now owed $5.4 million to his ex-girlfriend from the $16.2 million that he no longer
Oh,
had.
he owes 5 of it
Post
to the
was unable make his
XGF?
payment. The judge ordered that his bank account be frozen until he was able to come up with
And now the
money.
judge
However,
freezing his
Post was able to sell enough
bank?
stuff to pay the $5.4 million.
William!
William was arrested and ordered to serve a 6 to 24-month prison term for an assault charge from 6 years prior. Toward the end of his life, Post was on his 7th marriage with over $1 million in debt and was getting by on a food stamp.
He went from 16.2 million to $1 million in debt. That's what I'm talking about.
The craziest lottery win story of all time. That title goes to Andrew Jackson.
Oh, this is the W. This is the biggest one.
Winning
Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
2002.
Big
Unlike almost
guys.
everyone else in this video,
I've never heard of this
Michael was
guy.
actually quite successful prior to winning the lottery, having built up a net worth of over $17 million with the assistance of his construction company. And while this was
Oh, no, I have. I'm pretty sure this one ends sad. I'm pretty sure this... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is
what would
sad.
happen. Whitaker instantly donated 10% of the winnings to churches, Christian groups, and spent a
I don't think
further
he loses
$40,000
everything,
Jack Whitaker
but, well, he
Foundation,
kind of
which
does.
provided free food and clothing
But-
for low-income families in West Virginia.
Obviously, you're doing God's work with all this money.
Yes, I am. I'm helping a lot of
Because
people.
I remember this guy, because I think he has construction companies, and he was, like, rich before he won the lottery, even.
$44,000 check, a $123,000 house, and a brand new Jeep Cherokee, which was followed by Whitaker buying himself a Lamborghini, in which he'd drive around his neighborhood throwing money out of the window. After flaunting this
That's
wealth,
baller.
his Lamborghini was broken into, where thieves
Throwing
stole
money out your Lambo to the whole town?
$5,000 in cash.
That's something I would
However,
do.
This apparently wasn't much of a wake-up call, as his car was then broken into for the second time, resulting in the loss of a further $200,000 cash.
Yeah.
Jack Whitaker's
And then this, he skates by this, but this guy gets his car broken into and loses $200,000. Who the fuck just has $200,000 sitting in their car. It makes no sense.
Passed away. His daughter then passed away, which was followed by a divorce with his wife.
And now you've lost your granddaughter. You're about to be divorced from your wife. Where does this ever end?
Leading him to state that he had lost everything.
I pretty much lost everything I held dear in my life.
You got lots of money.
Money has never meant anything to me. You have to have money to exist in this world, but money doesn't rule the world. Money
You'd be sad if someone stole your sandwich?
And
True.
that he wished he had never purchased the lottery ticket in the first place.
My wife had said she'd wished that she'd torn the ticket up. Well, I wish that we had torn the ticket up too.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that guy before. It's sad because like his whole family died. Inner bottom lip tattoo? I don't have a lip tattoo. You barely have cents in your car? Yeah, I have like $4, like some change in case I have to go over like a toll road or something. All right. Lottery curse, good video. I remember hearing about that last guy because he was what's it called? His whole family died, like overdosed because of the money. I don't know, crazy.